There were only a little over 49,000 registered voters heading into Saturday's primary election, which is significantly less than in previous elections. Even less people showed up to vote during Saturday's primary. In fact, only 44%, or a little over 21,000 people. Out of that number, most of the people voted in the Republican primary. Republican Party Chairman Mike Benito.
It's kind of historic, really. You know, the Democrats have always come out a little bit stronger. Anytime they're voting, the Democrat numbers are always higher.
So why were the Republican numbers higher this time around?
What I really think is I think there's a lot of Democrats that did come out but actually voted on the Republican side, you know, because they felt strongly about our slate, and again, they voted on our side.
Democratic Party Chairman Senator Roy Respicio says more people voted in the Republican primary because the Democratic Party really didn't have a contest in either the governor's race or the legislature's race.
In the Republican side, their competition was in the senatorial side. And so they had 16 candidates vying for 15 seats. And I think that's why they had more votes on the Republican side.
Nevertheless, Benito says this will translate into a lot of momentum for the Republicans going into the general election.
I'm very confident that we'll win a majority in the legislature. I'm very, very confident there. Again, not only do we have a very strong slate, I think people want change.
Senator Respicio, on the other hand, says Republicans should be concerned because the Gutierrez-Gumatao team garnered over 7,000 votes in an uncontested primary without spending very much money.
Money can't buy love, and despite the $1.1 million that was raised and spent by the opposition, they got a very low voter turnout. Despite the little money that was raised and spent by our Gutierrez-Gumatao team and the Democratic Party, we certainly got a higher percentage of voters that turned out in this election than in 2010.
Both Benito and Respicio are urging everyone to register to vote and then come out and vote in the November general election.
Guam is really at a very critical time. You know, a lot of good things have happened due to the administration. I think we need to continue that. You know, and with the military buildup coming, we got to take full advantage of that. And with a Calva-Tenorian administration, a new face in Congress, and of course with a majority in the legislature, I think Guam is really headed for some real exciting times.
But I think there would be a high voter turnout in the November election because it's winner take all. It's a course of continuing to have this idea of support for one corporation and one family versus returning the government back to the people.